So today we're going deep on something I think we can all relate to.
Yeah, definitely.
It's coffee.
Ah, yes.
But not just coffee, like the taste or how to brew it.
Right, right.
We're diving into a real-life uh, coffee war.
Ooh, that sounds intense.
It kind of was. It all started in Maplewood with Janet Davis, a self-described coffee aficionado, and her husband Tim.
Okay, so what happened? Did they run out of filters or something?
Not quite. Tim decided to make some necessary fiscal adjustments.
Ah, budget cuts.
Exactly. And one of those cuts,
Yeah.
Janet's beloved coffee budget.
Oh, no, I can see where this is going.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Janet, you see, is very serious about her coffee. We're talking elaborate rituals, artisanal beans, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
This wasn't just about your average cup of joe.
I see. So cutting back on her coffee was like messing with her whole routine.
More than that, it was like an attack on her identity. You know how some people are really particular about their morning coffee?
Oh, yeah. I have a friend who literally cannot function without her cold brew.
Exactly. It's not just a drink. It's a ritual, a source of comfort, a little bit of luxury in the everyday.
It makes sense. You know, there's actually a whole branch of behavioral economics that studies this. It's called anchoring.
Anchoring, like with a boat.
Haha, not quite. It refers to how we attach certain habits and rituals to our sense of self and well-being. When those anchors are disrupted, it can cause a lot of distress, even if the actual loss is small.
So for Janet, this wasn't just about saving a few bucks.
Exactly. It was about losing a part of her routine, her identity, her me time.
And her reaction, let's just say she wasn't too happy. Neighbors reported hearing what they described as caffeinated fury coming from her house.
Sounds like she was brewing up a storm.
Oh, she was. And then she took it one step further. She declared coffee war on social media.
Whoa, hold on. She declared war over coffee.
You heard right. She posted this fiery message online, something like, when your husband slashes the coffee budget, it's time to brew up some rebellion.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm guessing this post didn't just stay in her little corner of the internet?
You guessed it. Her post went viral. People were sharing it, commenting on it, sending her messages of support. It became this whole thing.
That's amazing. It's like her personal coffee crisis became the symbol for something bigger. You know, like standing up for the little joys in life against the forces of austerity.
It really did.
Yeah.
And the support didn't stop online. Her friends and community rallied around her. They organized a coffee budget relief fund, bake sale.
Wait, a bake sale? For coffee?
I know, right? But it gets better. They also held a coffee appreciation day in her honor.
Wow, that's dedication.
Right. And even local coffee shops got in on the action, offering Janet discounts and free refills. It was this whole movement.
It's fascinating how something so small can spark such a huge response.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, what makes certain issues go viral like that, you know? Like, what makes people care enough to actually do something?
Right. What makes people take sides, rally around a cause, donate their time and money? It's a question sociologists and marketers have been trying to answer for years.
Exactly. It's about tapping into something primal, something emotional, something people can connect with on a personal level.
It's like that saying, a single spark can start a fire.
Exactly. But you know, in all this coffee chaos, we haven't even talked about Tim yet. What was his reaction to all of this?
Well, it seems like he tried to make amends.
Really? How so? Did he apologize?
He did, but he also went a little overboard.
Overboard. How?
He was spotted buying up gourmet coffee blends like crazy. And then, get this, he presented Janet with a bouquet of coffee beans.
A bouquet of coffee beans. That's hilarious.
I know, right?
Right.
It's like he was trying to win her back with caffeine.
Well, it was certainly an original gesture.
It was. But do you think he really understood what this was all about? Was it just about the coffee, or was there something more?
It's hard to say. Sometimes grand gestures can be effective, but in this case, I think Tim might have missed the point.
Maybe you should have listened more and bought less.
Possibly. You know, sometimes just acknowledging your partner's feelings and understanding their perspective can be more meaningful than any gift.
True. So in the end, Janet declared victory. Tim reinstated the full coffee budget and even added a little extra for her troubles.
Sounds like a happy ending.
It does.
Yeah.
But is it really a victory? I mean, did anything actually get resolved in their relationship?
That's a good question. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I think this whole coffee war might have just been a symptom of a larger issue.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they need to communicate better, figure out what's really important to each other.
Absolutely. Sometimes these small conflicts can be a sign of deeper underlying issues that need to be addressed.
Exactly. It's like that saying, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Precisely. But you know what I find really interesting about this whole story?
What's that?
It's how Janet is choosing to remember this whole ordeal. She's planning to paint a coffee-themed mural in their kitchen to commemorate the coffee war.
I heard about that. Talk about a creative way to process conflict.
It's amazing, right? It's like she's turning this whole experience into art, into something positive and even humorous.
It's definitely a unique approach, and it shows how even seemingly insignificant battles can reveal deeper dynamics within relationships.
It's a reminder that even in conflict, there can be humor, creativity, and even growth.
So what are some key takeaways from all of this?
Well, first of all, sometimes it's the smallest things that spark the biggest reactions.
Like a coffee budget.
Exactly. And second, humor and community can be powerful tools for navigating conflict.
But they don't always address the underlying issues.
Right. It's important to remember that. And now, finally, this whole saga encourages us to reflect on our own values and priorities.
What are those things that are non-negotiable for us? Those little joys that if taken away would feel like more than just a budget cut.
That's a great question for everyone to ponder. I know I'll be thinking about it as I savor my next cup of coffee.
Me too. And hey, maybe we should all stock up on some extra beans just in case you know.
Haha, good idea. You never know when a coffee war might break out.
That's right. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the coffee war.
It's been a pleasure.
And until next time, stay caffeinated and keep those peace treaties brewing.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.